Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. I have a new drugstore foundation to try out for you guys today, and it comes to us from Revlon. I picked up their Skin Caring Foundation. It does contain 5% squalane. You do get 1 fluid ounce of product. I went with shade 201 and I have it on right now, and you can see it's a little too dark for me. This could be more of a spring summer shade. This is actually my day one wear. This is obviously going to be a 2-day 10-hour wear test, as all my foundations are, but I was really excited to see this. I got mine off of Amazon, and thank God it came in one piece. I'm referring back to the new L'Oreal True Skin foundation that I ordered from Amazon, and it came used. This arrived brand new, totally sealed, cap on, everything, no issues. But this little beauty retails for $17.99. You can find it already on the Ulta Beauty website, but I believe there are a couple shades already that have since sold out. Now, there are claims behind this foundation. This is one of those foundations that's going to claim to make your skin look younger, more youthful, to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles over prolonged wear, and it says over 4 weeks of wear. It also says it's going to provide medium coverage with a radiant finish. It's going to blur imperfections, and it's also, of course, going to be a hydrating foundation. Now, once again, we are getting 28 different shades. The shade I chose to go with is 201, and 201 is in the light category. I believe this is 201 neutral or warm. I'll tell you right now. 201 is a warm shade. I probably should have gone down to 117, which is light beige, and that's a natural undertone. Oh well, if I'm able to get another shade, I will, but I don't think so. I think I'm just going to stay with the shade and use it primarily in the spring and summer. Now, it does come with a pump. This is glass packaging. Oh, and I forgot to add, there's also hyaluronic acid infused in this particular foundation. It says it's good for 24 months after opening. Now, if this is the first time you're watching one of my foundation reviews, first and foremost, hello and welcome. But I am 40 years old and I have normal to oily skin, oily primarily in my T-zone. My nose is the oiliest place on my face. So what I look for in a foundation is something that's going to be at least medium to full coverage, and it's going to get me at least 10 hours of wear. I like to have a nice glow, so I'm thinking I'm going to enjoy this foundation, but I want to be matte in my T-zone. So the way I do my foundation reviews is day one, I don't wear this foundation with any helping product. So no primer, no powder, no setting spray. I try not to wear blush and bronzer, but because I am filming quite a bit today, I did need to kind of, just spruce up my face a little bit more. Tomorrow, though, I am going to wear this the way I traditionally would, any foundation. It's going to include all of those helping products and more. And yeah, that's how I do my foundation reviews. And I also do the periodic check-ins throughout the day, letting you guys see the real wear time of a foundation. That way it'll hopefully make you guys make a good buying decision whether or not you need to purchase this one from Revlon. I myself am really happy to see some newness coming from Revlon. They hit a bit of a snag this year where they had to file for bankruptcy, but hopefully all of that has since been resolved, and we'll still continue to see Revlon in our drugstore aisles. Again, if it is your first time here on my channel, I want to welcome all of you. My name is Steff, and this is what I love to do. Love trying out new makeup. You're always going to see the latest and greatest in makeup reviews, especially foundation and concealer reviews. Those are some of my favorites. I do multiple looks with eyeshadow palettes, makeup ranking videos. We talk about makeup here. We have a great time while talking about the makeup. If that sounds like somewhere you want to be and something you want to see on pretty much a daily basis, I do tend to upload quite a bit. Do me a favor, click on the subscribe button and hit the bell next to it. That way you'll be notified every time I do drop a new video. And if you're a fan of Revlon or you're just curious about this new foundation, give this video a thumbs up before you go. As usual, everything will be linked and listed in the description box. Some of those things might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. Let's get this foundation review and wear test started, guys. If y'all want to see the new Revlon Skin Caring Foundation in action for the next 2 days, keep on watching. Okay, let's get this day one wear test going. I'm excited for this one. It's gonna be a radiant foundation, a really hydrating foundation, and I'm just hoping I got the right shade. Ooh, maybe. We'll see. I'm going to use my BK Beauty 101 foundation brush. This is going to give us medium coverage. It smells like makeup. I think it smells like the other foundation, the Color Stay. And I have that one for normal to dry skin types, even though I'm a normal to oily skin type. What can I say? I just like to have a glow. I like the shade, but yeah, it's slightly too dark. I'm just glad, you know, it's not super light, because the one I was looking at I think would have been way too light for me. And I bought these again off of Amazon, but they are already available on the Ulta Beauty website, and I think some shades have since sold out, so we'll see. I'm just glad Amazon didn't send me a used foundation like they did with the L'Oreal True Match, the newly reformulated version. That was terrible. I already sent that back. And then the other shade I had ordered never arrived. So I got 2 refunds, which is fine. I'm going to order the L'Oreal True Match from Ulta anyway. So, okay. So here's what the complexion is looking like. I feel very candle lit. Maybe it's the lights too. I have them at a setting that kind of provides candle lit effect. But in any case, I think that looks pretty good. You can see the shade. I don't mind it. Like, I seriously don't mind if my foundation is just slightly darker. So it's like, I'll keep this. Like, I'm not going to return this. I'm not going to exchange it for another one. I can just blend what I can. It'll be fine. But yeah, so far I think it's looking really pretty on my complexion. I do think it's a true medium coverage. Now I have my new e.l.f. sponge over here. One of those nude sponges. That's what's left on the back of my hand. So I guess I'm going to use this side. I'm going to pick some up. I know this product, this foundation, is definitely going to go a longer way with the brush, and then you can top it off with the sponge. Let me know if that's a technique that works for you, or if you just use straight sponge. Maybe you don't even use either. Maybe you just use your fingers. But yeah, see, I've already picked up everything, and it doesn't give you as much coverage as it does with the brush first. So pump out a little bit more and then go back to my BK 101. The sides of my cheeks are always the place where I want to build up that added coverage. And then I just spread it around, stipple. See, it's stippling. It looks really pretty. It looks very glowy, very radiant. I just don't like that it has all those claims. Like, you gotta use it for 4 weeks and then it's gonna reveal smoother, younger looking skin. Blah, blah, blah. You know, let me know if you wear a foundation, the same one, every day for 4 weeks. I think a lot of you don't do that. I think you guys change it up, but let me know. Okay, I'm gonna get just a little bit more, like that. Now I'm gonna take my sponge and I'm gonna press over the entire face, just making sure that it's as seamless as possible. Yeah, definitely could have gone down a shade, but I'm sure this will look nice come spring and summer. So I'm not gonna worry about it so much right now. Okay, so here's what the complexion is looking like. Just foundation. Nothing else. No helping products. I do have a Revlon powder and concealer. I'm going to just use the powder for the under eye area because today we're going to see how this wears on its own, and it is this one right here, Revlon Color Stay Skin Awaken. Now this is the setting powder that I'm going to use under the eye area, Revlon Color Stay Blot Matte Setting Powder. I feel like I need a little bit of concealer. I'm going to use the new one from Makeup Revolution, IRL Fresh Finish in C4. Just right here. This is, again, what I always do, but I'm not going to set it with powder. So here is how the complexion is looking. I feel very glowy. I feel like there's a candle right here in front of me, and that's how my face is being illuminated. And I don't mind that at all. I think it looks really pretty. What do you guys think? No powder, no primer, no setting spray. I do need to do the rest of my makeup because I have quite a few things that I am doing today. I'm trying to get, you know, everything done and filmed for when I leave in a few days. So this is how the complexion is looking right now. It has 10 more hours to go. So I'll be checking in with you guys probably after lunchtime. We'll see how this is looking. And of course, at the end of this day one, trying out this new one from Revlon, Skin Caring Foundation. Illumination or Illuminance, and we'll see how it's wearing on my 40-year-old normal to oily skin. Stay tuned. All right, guys, 5-hour check-in here with this new one from Revlon. Here's what the complexion is looking like. I did add a little bit of Revlon bronzer and blush just because, well, obviously I had to do my eye makeup. I'm actually getting ready to remove this look and start creating a few more with a new palette that just arrived. I'm liking the way the complexion is looking. I don't really have any major issues with it, other than I will say I feel like I'm getting more oily in my forehead like sooner versus my nose. And my nose is usually the place on my face that gets the oiliest the quickest, but I feel like my forehead right here is starting to see the oil peek through just a little bit faster. So this will be interesting to see how it looks like in 5 more hours. Again, I'm a normal to oily skin type. I really need to powder down my T-zone at least. The foundation does feel a little bit tacky here on the sides of my face. Again, I don't have any powder, just under the eye area and obviously the blush and stuff. But I'm going to be really curious. I'm going to be really curious to see how this is going to look in 5 hours. I will check in with you guys then. Hey guys, so here is the 10-hour check-in on this day one trying out this new foundation from Revlon. I definitely feel like the oil has come through in full force, especially on my forehead. And I noticed that earlier in the day or that earlier check-in, but I really feel like my forehead is the oiliest place on my face. And, you know, for some reason, it hasn't broken up. So I think it's holding up pretty well. I think it's going to hold up even better tomorrow with the primer and the powder and the setting spray and all that good stuff. I'm not as oily on my nose as I thought I was going to be. So that's a shocker there. I think the coverage held up pretty well. You know, overall, I think it did a pretty decent job. And I think as of right now, those of you with dry skin, this actually might be something that you're going to want to check out. I think I think it did a good job today. It didn't do terrible. I mean, yes, I have excess oil, but you know, I'm normal to oily and I'm used to powdering down my T-zone and I didn't do that at all today. So I'm going to say it did a pretty good job today. In the morning, I will show you what the makeup looks like. I will let you guys know the products that I went in with, and I have much higher expectations for it tomorrow. So I will check in with you guys in the morning. Good morning, beauties. So here's how the makeup is looking today. This is about an hour in. Let me quickly tell you some of the products that I went in with. For primer, I'm using the new one from e.l.f., the one I showed you guys the other day, their new SPF primer. It's the very bottom of my makeup bag, but this one right here, this is the Suntouchable Whoa Glow SPF 30. This is the 3rd time that I use this one, and I really have been enjoying it. It doesn't like make your complexion once you have foundation on top of it, like excess glowy or anything like that. It feels really nice on my skin. The setting spray I'm using is from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I'm using the same like Revlon blush bronzer. I even have the highlighter on today. I didn't have that highlighter on yesterday, but this is the setting powder that I went in with. I don't know that you can still find this. I know you can't find this at Ulta anymore, but I'm pretty sure that maybe you can find it like at your local grocery store or other places where Revlon is sold. It's called Revlon Color Stay Blot Matte Setting Powder. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. And then for concealer, I'm using, where is it? The L'Oreal, one of my favorites, Infallible Full Wear Concealer. And that's that. I have my Tower28 mascara on, one of my favorites from 2022. And this is how the complexion is looking. It feels good. I think it looks nice. It has 9 more hours to go. So I'll be back later, midday. We'll do a midday check-in, see how this is wearing on my 40-year-old normal to oily skin. And then, of course, at the end of the day, I will wrap up this 2-day, 10-hour wear test, trying out the new Revlon... did I even put it back? Here it is. Revlon Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation. I will also compare it to the Color Stay foundation that I have, which is normal to dry skin. So definitely stay tuned for that towards the end of the video. Hey guys, 5-hour check-in here, and this is what my complexion is looking like on this day 2 of wear. I think it's looking really pretty, very radiant, as the foundation says. The only thing I'm not liking, and it has nothing to do with the foundation, is the concealer powder combo, especially like right into here. I feel like it's really accentuating some texture. So I think it's just the powder and I think it's just the powder, actually, because the concealer usually works really well, but no, that's okay. The foundation is what we're here for, and the foundation is looking beautiful. I knew powder and setting spray would help this foundation, especially on me with normal to oily skin, and so far, everything is just doing a great job. So 5 more hours to go, and then we will wrap up this 2-day, 10-hour wear test, trying out the new one from Revlon. Okay guys, 2 days and 10 hours later, here's what the complexion is looking like at the end of this day 2 wear test. I think it looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Everything is just so smooth. Nothing has smeared or rubbed off. I feel like the coverage, everything is still intact. Definitely the primer and powder and setting spray all helped to keep this foundation intact on my normal to oily skin. I really have no complaints with how my complexion is looking right now. I feel it's looking really healthy, very luminous. I like it. I like the way everything looks. Yeah, I could probably use a little bit of a blot, a little bit of a touch up, but it's not that bad. And it might come across more shiny on camera than what it is, just because I have this light up here. But I mean, in person, I'm really liking the way this foundation looks. It wore so well. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. Now, I did tell you guys that I was going to compare this to, and let me grab it. I have it over here. I actually have 2 foundations here I'm going to talk to you guys about. But I did tell you I was going to compare this to the Revlon Color Stay. This is a one for normal to dry skin. Okay, between the two, hands down, the new one is so much better. At least on me, I thought that this wore better for longer. It looked better at the 10-hour check-in versus this one. I know this has been around for years, like many years. They do have one for normal to oily skin. I've had this particular one in my stash for going on a year now. I do like it. I think this is more my shade than the shade I have in this new foundation. This one I have in shade 130 Porcelain. In the new one, I picked up shade 201. So 201 is slightly too dark for me, but I'm not going to get another one. Like I told you guys, I'm just going to save this. It'll be a good spring summer shade for me. I think this foundation looks beautiful. Definitely, if you're normal to oily or full on oily and you're wanting to try this new foundation out from Revlon, you're going to want to go in with your favorite primer and, of course, your favorite setting powder. If you're full on oily, you might want to touch up throughout the day. I don't do any touch ups when I do these videos, but other than that, I think if you have dry skin, wow, I think this is going to be a really nice foundation for those of you with dry skin. I don't see it accentuating any texture or anything like that. Like, it's a really smooth looking foundation. Now, some of you are probably saying, well, Steph, the new NYX Blur foundation came out. How do you think the two compare? This is going to be a more matte foundation, and it does even say that in the description. So, I think if you're on the fence between the two, if you're dry skin, get the Revlon. If you're oily skin, get the NYX. I thought this was a beautiful foundation, one of the best, or if not the best, that NYX has ever done, in my humble opinion. But yeah, two amazing foundations that dropped this past week at the drugstore. The NYX one retails for $14. This new Revlon retails for $18. I like it. I like them both, but I really like the luminosity that this new foundation from Revlon is providing my complexion. Let me know your thoughts now, guys. What did you think of today's wear test? What do you think of this new Revlon foundation? What are some of your favorite Revlon products? I would love to hear if you use Revlon, and if so, what are some of your holy grails from the brand? I am definitely giving this new Revlon foundation 2 amazing thumbs up. If this is any indication as to what Revlon has in store for us for 2023, I think we're in for a nice ride. And I'm really hoping, I'm really pulling from the brand that they're able to get everything together, come out of their bankruptcy, and just continue to give us some amazing products. They've been around for probably longer than I have been alive. So I'm really rooting for the team at Revlon. And so far, this foundation, definitely worth checking out. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink that water. I will see y'all very soon. Bye.